Hi, and welcome to Alaskan in the Philippines. Currently here in Hue in Thailand. Well, today I thought I'd talk about people that are flying to Asia for the first time. For many of you, you haven't even never been out of maybe never been out of the country before, and some of you haven't even been on an airplane before, probably. So there's a few things that are going to be, it's going to be kind of an overwhelming prospect, to just, when you finally, if you're talking retirement, you're actually going to move there and you're going to get on the plane for the first time. Actually, you shouldn't be your first time. You should actually have been there before. I would highly recommend before you just pack up and decide you're going to move there, if you can afford to, that is, get up and go there and prospect it and look around and find out if you like the place or not, or if you can even stay there. In some situations it's just undoable. So yeah, that's something you really gotta. I stress that you should prospect it, and even your first prospecting trip, don't go buy a house or anything like that. It's too soon. You really don't know until you've actually spent some time in a city to know if it's a good fit for you or not. And a lot of times it'll be not, because Asia is so different, and there's so many different things going on. You may just be driving by it and don't notice it, but if you're living next to it, like a construction site or a karaoke bar or a noisy bar or a band, there's just certain things that you really got to watch out for. And it ain't gonna be something that you're gonna jump right into anyway. It's gonna take a lot of prodding. When you get on that airplane for the first time alone, to leave your country and leave everybody you know and be sole self-sufficient in yourself, it takes quite a bit of testicular fortitude to get to do that. It takes courage. Somebody's just, everybody wants to bring a friend. Let's a couple of friends go, but that ain't gonna work out for you. You're gonna meet, if you're out trying to meet a new woman, what are you gonna do? Be out with your buddy drinking, or how's that gonna work out? You're gonna split up anyway. So yeah, the getting on the plane is a tough one. You really, really have to want to do it. And for some of you guys, it's kind of no choice. You're going to want to, and you have to, kind of, because your retirements ain't that great, and you're trying to have a decent lifestyle with your minimal Social Security or something, and that's kind of what I am too. In the States, my small Social Security wouldn't go that far. In fact, you wouldn't be able to make it in many cities. I couldn't move to Seattle, Washington or something, or even Anchorage. The housing prices are just too much. I can't, they brought in millions of immigrants and shot the housing values that crazy, so you can't live there, actually. So you guys got to be an immigrant myself and go to another country I can afford to live in. That kind of sucks, but actually, that don't suck. It's what I wanted to do anyway. I was getting bored. Tough life in where I was living, so this is good. But yeah, so you're gonna get on the plane and you're gonna get here and you're gonna be alone. So you're gonna have to deal with that loneliness for a while. That's a tough one. It don't go away real easy either. You're gonna be alone for a while till you meet some friends. And if you're not a charming guy, or you stay in, you're reclusive, that may never happen, or it's gonna happen very, very slow, and you're gonna get discouraged, and then it's going to be not as fun place as you've seen on YouTube, and it's going to kind of suck, and you're probably going to want to bail. I don't know. It gets to that point. Even me, the thoughts cross my mind. Should I get up and move to somewhere? Should I go to Da Nang? Should I try another Asian country, maybe Cambodia or something? But yeah, I figure you got to give it enough time to where you decided that you've got over your loneliness and you're starting to meet a few people, and after you meet a few people and go out and do some normal things like you would do with your normal friends back home, then you can determine whether this is a good fit for you or not. Is it something that really bothers you? Is it real noisy? Is the traffic really bad? Is the pollution really bad? Is the air quality bad? The water quality, is that something you can live with? The noise pollution, the constant honking, the constant roosters, the traffic snarls that are just going in every direction. You can't make no sense of it, and you're going to try to drive in that, and it's going to be dangerous, and you're not going to like that. And probably there's a high percentage of expats that wipe those little scoopy scooters out and end up in the hospital. That's something to consider too. And that's another thing, how you're going to be taken care of. So you're over there alone, you're kind of are alone. You know, the Asian people in practically any country that I've been in, which has just been a few, they've all been just great and they're very helpful. You'll find that out about Asia, whether it's the Philippines, Thailand, Korea, or Japan. The people, I don't know Japan, I've never been there, but they'll be pretty helpful. If you've actually in trouble, they'll step right up always, and almost all of them. They are very, very nice people. But yeah, you're going to be in some pickles. You know? It'll be tough. And like I say, getting over that loneliness will be one of the biggest hurdles, really, in my opinion. That one, if you can get by that first 6 months or so, and that's going to seem like a long time, but for me, it went just like that, you know. But I was trying to keep busy. I'd get up and have a routine every day. That's important. You have a routine, and have that routine get you out of your condo or wherever you are twice a day, at least twice a day. Morning and evening. You know, it gets hot in the afternoon. I don't go anywhere either. But morning and evening, I got to get out. I do my exercise, walking, a little bit of jogging now on the beach. And then in the evening, I got to walk for my dinner. I don't order Grab. That's the lazy man. I hunt for my food. I was used to hunting for my food my whole life. I'm not going to stop now. I'm going to go hunt for my food, and that's usually way down the railroad tracks that way. And there's grilled meats that I can eat just like a caveman did years ago, 1,000 years ago. So that's what I do, and I make sure I walk and get a little exercise for that, and then I walk back, and you get some socialism going. Not socialism. You get to socialize, I'm saying. You get to socialize with other expats and just seeing other people. A lot of those here, especially, all speak different languages, but there's plenty of English speakers too. If I really wanted to go up and chat with some people, I can find someone to talk to if I have to. If you have the courage to go up and, when you're standing there at an elevator or something, just say hi. It gets a little, you need that little bit of social life, even if it don't seem like much, but just to even speak. If you're in another country and you don't even speak the language, that's another big one you have to get used to too. It's kind of hard. That increases the loneliness factor by about 100%. It really does. Especially here, you never know who speaks English and who don't. Even the Western-looking guys that look like your Uncle Bob over here, and they don't speak English either because they're Russian or European from Germans and Swiss and stuff. Yeah, you get a lot of different people. So yeah, get over that loneliness factor. And I would also say, to get over the loneliness factor, don't go straight to the bar and start drinking either. That will work. You'll get a big social life going real quick. There'll be a big flock of girls around you. You'll have all kinds of expats from all over the world buying you beers, and you'll be buying them beers. But I don't know if that's the kind of lifestyle you want to get caught up into in Asia. And you're getting into your later years, and you probably ought to be about time you start looking after your health and stop some of those bad habits, start eating a little better, and here's an opportunity for you to do it. But yeah, I wouldn't go into the bars just out of boredom, maybe go in and have a pop if you want to meet, the girls that come up to you, you can buy them a drink and watch them get silly, and it might be entertaining for you, but as far as to just go there and have that as your social life, to be hanging around in the bars once you retire, probably not good for your health, probably not good for your wallet, and probably not good for your head either. It's going to mess you up too. So Asia's a different place. It's probably not like your corner bar down the street where you're born and raised in the Midwest, where everybody's hanging around and, eating blind rabbits and drinking a Pabst today. That ain't like that here. But the party life is here, and it's big, and if that's what you want, this is a good place you'll find it, I'm sure of that. And for vacationers, that might be great, but I'm saying retirement here, you probably ought to start backing off on the alcohol and the bad food. Replace that with exercise and clean living, and your kids will appreciate it, your grandkids will appreciate it, your body will appreciate it. I'm not a picture perfect either. I try, and I got some bad habits. I pick my nose and things like that, and I ain't getting down on anybody that has a beer or anything too. I made beer. I used to be a beer drinker. I made my own IPA beer back in Alaska. It was good too. I kind of miss it. I quit drinking in the Philippines that time because I had high blood pressure, and I never drank. My village where I lived was dry. I never could drink there, so that kind of helped a lot. It kept me away from alcohol. I think it saved me, probably, because it's a downfall for a lot of people. Well, anyway, those are just a few thoughts when you get for when you get the courage up to actually jump on that plane. And don't feel bad that you're having, you're a bit nervous about it. We all were. I was too. I did not jump on a plane with full confidence. Getting through those big airports, I've never been in some of them big Seattle airports, and I didn't know how to deal with it, but you'll learn. I had to do it. We fly a lot in Alaska, so I kind of, I'm used to flying a lot, but them big airports and trying to find the gates on time and then getting through immigration, that's all very, it's kind of a daunting looking thing when you get there, when it comes to your face, but it really ain't. You'll fly right through it. And if not, somebody will be there to help you. It'll be all good. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't not come just because you're afraid of doing something or getting out of your element, because you really do got to stick your neck out quite a bit to try to one of these trips. I wouldn't force yourself to do it if you can afford it. If your family depends on you, there's certain people that just can't. But if you can, I'd try. Just even take the one trip out of the country. Go get a passport. Make sure you get a passport so you can get out of the country once, and just try it to just enlighten yourself. You'll feel really good, and you'll feel very independent, and you'll be a worldly traveler, It's a good thing. If nothing else, you'll see a different culture, have fun, you'll have stories for the rest of your life and memories, And who knows, maybe meet someone or like it there and stay like I did. Yeah, well, I wanted to tell you guys, I had met a guy here, and he's a editor, and he did an interview with me on the beach yesterday. I'll leave a link in the description if I can figure out how. This guy did a real good job. He's a real good editor. Kind of made me look great, but it ain't me, it's him. He was actually a big channel at one time, so he's got a studio and wanted to do more collaborations, so I may get going on another channel or do some more with him. So what I'm saying is we may up the game here pretty quick. We'll see. I haven't been editing any of this. It's just been raw footage. Whether I make a mistake or not, I just upload it. But this guy's got some great editing skills. Be sure to check this video out. If not just to see me, it's just walking up the beach. It's talking about Alaska. He's asking me the right questions, and it kind of made it look dramatic, But anyway, check it out, and check out his channel too. He does Thai interviews, so I'll put his channel or his video in there. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. He's just starting out. Great guy. Give him a hand if you can. Well, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. More to come. Bye.